Stroke. Congressman Flores, you now have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I would like to address some of my questions to our colleagues who are now resource persons. No? I wish I could have addressed it to Colonel Grijaldo. No? I always wish that he would be answering the questions as emphatically as he was making that statement in the Senate, but now he's invoking his right against self-incrimination. Now, Congressman Abante, if your intention was to coerce Colonel Grijaldo, would you have had that meeting with Colonel Grijaldo with other persons present?
If my intention was to
Yes,
coerce,
if your intention was to coerce.
I don't think that we can pursue the meeting because the meeting is supposed to ask him if he would corroborate the statement of Colonel Garma, as Colonel Garma said.
Yeah, but the question asks for a yes or no, sir. Would you have held that meeting with the lawyers of Colonel Garma present in the same room if your intention was to coerce Colonel Grijaldo?
With the lawyers
Yes.
there? Well, I don't think so.
Yes. Now, if your intention was also to offer him a promotion, would you have held that meeting also with other people present, like the lawyers of Colonel Garma?
Oh,
So that was not the intention of the meeting, right? Correct?
no, it's not.
How about you, Congressman Dan?
Siyempre naman, kung plano natin na hindi natin makuha yung sagot and we wanted to coerce and harass and i-force yung ating issues sa kanya, of course, ang gagawin ko, di kami na lang tatlo. Di ba? Wala nang lawyers. Siya na lang, ako, saka si Abante. Kumukuha ka pa ng witness para sa gagawin mong kasalanan.
A lawyer who does not represent the House, does
Yeah.
not represent the committee,
Yes,
does not
of course.
represent any of the parties present, correct?
Exactly. At the same time, kung mga haras ako, hindi dito. Dadalhin ko siya sa opisina ko. Baka sakali, doon ko pwede ko siyang i-haras. And one more thing, yung sinasabi niya na promotion, ako hindi ko nadinig yun, na in-offer ni Congressman Abante. If ever na in-offer yon, hindi naman siya tanga para malaman niya na ang congressman, hindi naman tayo nakakapag-promote. Di ba? Presidente lamang or chief of PNP. Like for example, siya, colonel siya, under yan ang chief PNP. At kung general yan, doon siya dadaan sa CA. Hindi naman siya dadaan sa Congress di ba? So, basically, medyo may mali sa mga ginawa talaga niya.
Yeah, I ask those questions, Kong, because, I also take offense to the fact na parang the entire committee was parang put in bad light by the statements of Colonel Grijaldo. And I was hoping that he would be at least man enough to answer the questions now.
And we wanted to apologize also sa committee because of what we did, and we wanted to ferret out the truth and to have that the vetting process to be conducted. Nadamay po yung buong committee. During that time that we were accused by Colonel Grijaldo, I was hurt not because of myself alone, dahil nga nadama yung ibang chairman at nadamay ang buong committee.
Actually, that was going to be my next question. My next question would be, do you think that it was inappropriate for you to approach Colonel Grijaldo without other persons present representing Colonel Grijaldo?
Colonel Grijaldo?
Yes. Mm.
Well, to tell you honestly, Mr. Chairman, as what I've said a while ago, na-meet na namin si Colonel Grijaldo together with Colonel Garma. And we were like together for almost how many hours din na nag-uusap-usap. And kumbaga, kampante ka na rin sa kanya. And that's the reason why nung sinabi ni Attorney Victor na si Colonel Grijaldo ang makakapagpatunay ng lahat ng sinabi niya sa affidavit, confident kami. Ako, confident ako. Kasi si Benny, hindi pa siya confident kasi hindi pa na namimit si Colonel Garma saka si Colonel Grijaldo. But ako, na-meet ko na. Saka si Chairman Ace. And that's the reason why nung sinabi niyang ganon, I was a little bit disappointed kasi all along, akala ko talagang magkaibigan sila ni Colonel Garma.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, ako medyo naging confident na lang ako when I saw the lawyers of Colonel Garma. Hindi naman namin abogado yun Naging confident na ako sapagkat inaakala ko that the lawyers of Colonel Garma would also become his lawyers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, can I ask some questions to Director General Villanueva. Sir, my questions, I know we've been through this before, itong sa Dumoy raid, but I just have some clarificatory questions lang po para matapos na po itong issue on with regards to you po. Now, Director General, yung operations niyo sa Dumoy, I know it was 20 years ago, sir, no? Diba? But if you can recall, was it a joint operation with the PNP or just PIDEA alone?
It was a joint operation between PIDEA 11, AGSOT, PACER in the PNP, and Intelligence Division of Police Regional Office 11.
So, several
malaki talaga
agencies
to, sir.
pa.
Malaki to.
Now, in operations with other agencies po, is there a requirement that you are all required to submit a report?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
In this particular case, in the Dumoy raid in 2004 ba? 2004 or 2005?
2004, December 31,
31.
2004.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Was there a report made on this raid, sir?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Do you have a copy of that report po?
Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, because that was the start of transition between PNP and PIDEA. So talagang I submitted to the national headquarters all reports,
Okay.
spot report, progress report, and then other spot reports on the operation against other warehouses, including the case folder of all all people that where we filed the case in court, Mr. Chair. Kompleto po yun, Mr. Chair.
Particular itong Dumoy.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, Director General Lasso is not here, but the representatives of PIDEA are present. Sir, do you have a copy of that report?
We have only the spot report, Mr. Chair.
Only the spot report?
Yes, sir.
Has that been submitted to the committee, sir? Wala pa?
I think not yet, sir. But we are willing to submit this, sir.
Can you please submit one to the committee secretary, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, Director General Villanueva, you testified earlier that before the raid, parang you had like 3 months na surveillance sa kay Alan C., correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Alan C. and yung isa pang place
Alex Kim and other personalities like Jed Pilapil and John Pilapil, Mr. Chair.
Jed Pilapil C. is the wife, correct?
Yes, Mr.
So
Chair.
you included her in the surveillance because she was the wife of Alan C.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You also had surveillance conducted dun sa other place na sinurrender din, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ano ngayon? Anong tawag dun sa place na yun?
In Agdao, where thousands of CPEX, controlled precursors and essential chemicals, were found, and also at Bunawan, where
Bunawan.
the foam factory owned by Alan C., where Jong Pilapil and Alex Kim is working in the Bunawan Polytex, the foam factory.
Yeah.
Yes,
I remember
Mr.
that,
Chair.
sir. Kasi we were, I think, part of when we met, we turning over that facility pa.
Yes, Mr.
Now,
Chair.
you conducted surveillance on the foam factory because it was one of the businesses of Alan C.
We conducted surveillance because we were already tailing Alex Kim. And Alex Kim was frequenting on that Polytex foam factory, Mr. Chair.
So, sinusundan niyo lang?
Talaga sinusundan. Meron na talagang team na naka-assign kila Alex Kim, Jed Pilapil, Jong Pilapil, and Alan C., Mr. Chair.
And if I remember it correctly, parang sa wall na to, sa foam factory na to, may parang tree house dun eh. Parang doon ata naka-station yung mga ahente nyo ata or something.
Yes, Mr. Chair, may kwento po doon. October 31, and then November 1 kinabukasan. Yung kinakandakan namin na survey ng casing, sementeryo yon, Mr. Chair. So talagang doon talaga nakatambay yung mga tao. There were times na pinaglilinis pa sila, sir, ng pansyon ng ibang tao dahil they thought na trabahante yung mga tao. So it was during that time that we were able to get footages, videotape of Alex Kim, and Jong Pilapil in the foam factory.
Jong Pilapil is the brother
Of
Jed C.
Jed Pilapil,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
And they were included in the surveillance technically because they were part of the circle of Alan C. Correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So meaning Alan C. was related to Jed Pilapil. Jed Pilapil was frequenting the same business of Alan C. And who's the other guy? Ano? Kim?
Alex Kim.
What is his role in this? Ano?
Alex Kim is the operator. Actually, siya talaga yung main chemist doon sa laboratory, Mr. Chair.
Okay, being the chemist, what was he doing in the foam factory, if you know?
Mr. Chair, kasi hindi, during that time, umabot lang doon siya doon sa foam factory, but we still don't have any pieces of evidence na merong anomalya doon sa foam factory. Until when we raided through a search warrant doon sa Bunawan foam factory, that we were able to find a
Air scrubber.
air scrubber.
I remember.
And that air scrubber is for industrial use of manufacture of for the clandestine laboratory operation, manufacture of methamphetamine, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, in the raid sa Dumoy mismo, di ba there were 6 Chinese that were killed?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Because from your statement in the previous hearings, you said na they fought back, no?
Yes,
Some were
Mr.
armed, some were not armed, but in a drug state daw, sabi mo, he was fighting with one of
Yes,
your
Mr.
agents,
Chair.
correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, were there only 6 persons there in that Dumoy factory?
Maraming tao doon na naglalabas-pasok, but during the time na nagkanta kami ng raid, anim lang yung taong naandun, Mr. Chair. And all of them were doon sa laboratory mismo, doing their own thing in the
different areas, di ba? Of the
yes,
factory.
in the laboratory itself.
I'm asking this, DG, because of the affidavit of, I think, Las Cañas ba yun? That there were 11 other persons who were arrested in that Dumoy factory. What is your comment to that po?
Yun nga, Mr. Chair, hindi ko nga alam paano pumasok sa kwento to si Las Cañas eh. Kasi, Mr. Chair, hindi ko nakita yung mukha niya eh. Ever since.
But wasn't his unit part of the...
No, Mr. Chair.
Hindi naman.
Hindi ko nakita ang pagmumukha niya si Las Cañas and I don't know him. Hindi ko nga alam kung paano siya pumasok sa kwento.
Now,
Yun, Mr. Chair.
okay, now, in his affidavit kasi, he mentioned na there were 11 other people that were turned over to him ata or something for parang liquidation or something like that. No, and you said that there were no other persons there.
No idea, Mr. Chair.
There were only 6 that were killed.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And there were no other persons arrested or
None in the laboratory, Mr.
none
Chair.
in the laboratory.
Yes.
Now, another question is this. What happened to Alan C?
He was not there.
He was not there.
During the time of the raid, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
he was not there.
Was he also in Bunawan?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Because our focus is in the laboratory. That's why immediately after after all the inventories conducted, we proceeded immediately dun sa Arlene apartment. That is
Where
why-
he was residing.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yun nga yung statement ni Jed Pilapil na hinahanap namin doon si Alan C.
Okay. Now, so, raid kayo ng Dumoy, 6 patay. Raid kayo doon sa Bunawan, you found the air scrubbers and arrested other people. After that, do you know what happened to Alan C?
We conducted manhunt on him, Mr. Chair, including Johnson Chua. Kasi we believe that Johnson Chua is the one really in charge of yung financing and logistics of that laboratory.
Okay.
Hindi namin, we believe na nakalabas na sa Pilipinas, Mr. Chair.
Sa memory mo, sir, how long did you look for Alan C?
Habang naandun ako sa, because I was assigned in Davao City from 1995 until 2007, Mr. Chair. Until I left Davao City, we were looking for Johnson Chua and Alan C.
Yeah, pero where did this search for Alan C lead you? Wala.
Yun nga, sir. We conducted manhunt on him, pero negative, futile, Mr. Chair.
So, the reports or the insinuations that Alan C was also killed summarily, walang
I
katotohanan
don't
yan.
have idea, Mr. Chair.
You don't have an idea because you were still looking for him officially.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Because officially, you have not arrested or caught him, or he is not one of the 6 that were eliminated in the Dumoy factory.
Yes,
correct?
Mr. Chair.
So technically, the investigation as far as Alan C. was concerned was continuing.
Yes,
Para
Mr.
sa'yo.
Chair. He was even included in the case that we filed in court. He and Johnson Chua, Mr. Chair.
Sir, in the 3 months that you conducted this surveillance on Alan C. and several other key personalities of this Dumoy raid, no? Would you say that it was extensive ang pag-surveil ninyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Would you say that it was covered all bases po para sigurado kayong okay yung investigation ninyo?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Although konti lang talaga ang personnel ng PIDEA Regional Office 11, nagpatulong talaga kami sa police, particularly sa PACER, at kasama naman namin, sir, yung isang team ng AIDSOT under Colonel Asherto. So talagang nag-divide kami ng personalities, Mr. Chair, para tutukan talaga. Mr. Chair, just to emphasize, meron pa nga kasi every 6 o'clock in the morning ang palitan namin ng surveillance team on each and every persons of interest. There was a time 5:30 galing sa Dumoy, 5:30 ng umaga, umalis, sir, yung isang incheck. So sinundan ng mga tao natin, dumiretso, sir, sa Cagayan de Oro. So wala na magawa yung tao natin, but dumiretso rin sa Cagayan de Oro.
To tail him.
Yeah, to tail him kasi baka mawala eh.
So ganun ka-extensive yung
Yes,
investigation
Mr. Chair.
ninyo. Now, question. If ganun ka-extensive yung investigation ninyo, bakit hindi nyo in-include sa investigation ninyo si Michael Yang? When you already knew at that time that Alan C. had a business with Michael Yang.
Mr. Chair, kasi nga, walang Michael Yang na lumalabas dun sa initial investigation, sa initial intelligence namin, Mr. Chair.
I get that, sir. You already testified to that before. Ang question ko lang kasi, sinundan niyo siya sa Bunawan kasi may foam factory siya doon. Bakit hindi niyo siya sinundan sa DCLA? May business din siya doon eh. And Jed C. testified that Alan C. had several meetings with Michael Yang.
Mr. Chair, hindi naman lahat ng tao, although maraming tao talaga kaming kinonsider, hindi naman lahat ng tao, tututukan natin. Ang dealing with Michael Yang during that time, as stated by Jed Pilapil, is that magkatabi sila ng si Michael Yang ang may-ari ng commercial building kung saan doon nagbebenta ng foam sila Jed
Alan C.
Pilapil. Yes, Mr. Chair. So hindi naman lahat dapat nating puntahan since Michael Yang is not included in the investigation. So sayang yung tao namin na idadala kay Michael Yang kesa sa ipa-follow up namin yung ibang personalities.
I'm asking that, sir. Kaya nga, tinanong kita kanina kung how extensive was the surveillance. Sabi niyo extensive. In fact, sinundan niyo pa to Cagayan de Oro. I mean, the fact that you send someone to Cagayan de Oro to tail a person and not question someone within the city, parang doon ako patungo, sir. I hope you understand,
Yes,
no?
yes, Mr.
So why not? Why wasn't there an investigation on Michael
Hindi
Yang?
kasi kilala si Michael Yang during that time, Mr. Chair. Hindi kilala talaga si Michael Yang.
Hindi kilala
during
in the
that time.
sense na connected to drugs or something like that.
Anything.
Or connected to illegal activities.
Anything,
nothing like
Mr.
that.
Chair. Wala talaga. Hindi talaga kilala. Kasi kung kilala siya, Mr. Chair, talagang inoperate
Sisilipin niyo rin.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chair.
Okay. How about yung Bunawan? Was it connected to any illegal activities? The foam factory?
Michael Yang, Mr. Chair.
No, Alan C.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But you only found out about the scrubbers after you raided it, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But prior to that, was
Alam
there
namin na foam factory niya yon, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. Kasi nga, nagbebenta siya ng...
Kaya, if you will let me finish ba, prior to the raid, was there any illegal activity going on in the foam factory?
Nag-prioritize kami, Mr. Chair. Kasi during the time...
Yes or no, sir?
Yes, kasi yung gusto ko lang makita ng committee, yung point of thinking ko
Go
during
ahead
that
po.
time.
Sige.
Marami na kaming areas of interest. Pero nakunan kasi namin ng actual video, Mr. Chair, yung Dumoy Laboratory na talaga nagmamanufacture doon.
Right.
So, stop muna kami sa iba, doon kami nag-prioritize, Mr. Chair, sa Dumoy Laboratory.
Dumoy. Yeah, ang tanong ko po is bakit nyo in-include ang foam factory kung sa tingin nyo wala naman kayong illegal activities na nakita prior to the raid?
Na andun, sir, namin nakita si Alex Kim.
Si Alex Kim.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yun yung chief chemist nung laboratory.
Okay, so you're saying that what triggered your interest in the Bunawan Foam Factory was the presence of Alex Kim.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So without the presence of Alex Kim, you would not have dug
Pinabayaan
deeper
namin
into
yun,
the
sir.
Bunawan Foam Factory.
Yes,
Tama
Mr.
po ba?
Chair. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, last na lang, no? Ito lang, ang question ko lang is, itong kay Alan C., no? If he was the key figure in this Dumoy raid, but parang it stopped after the Dumoy raid? Parang you don't hear of Alan C. after that, eh. You know, even if you said that there was a manhunt that was conducted, parang nawala, eh. No? I mean, tama po ba? No,
Yes. We filed a case against them, Johnson Chua and Alan C. Pero wala nga dun sa area eh. So we believe na, sandali, nakatakas na to. But still, ginagamit pa rin namin yung intelligence community to look for him, Mr. Chair.
My point kasi, sir, is in a form of manifestation. Is like, if Alan C. was a key figure in this Dumoy raid, and that Dumoy raid was very significant because it's the first in Davao, eh, na ganun kalaki na Shabu factory, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ako, sa tingin ko, there should have been more noise in looking for this guy, eh. Kasi central figure siya, eh, sa nangyari sa Dumoy, eh. So, the fact na parang biglang nawala din yung interest on Alan C. O after it, parang it raises some questions, no? Na is there truth to the insinuation or the allegations of some other people that Alan C. and et al. Were actually killed after the operations in Dumoy? Kaya parang wala nang naririnig about them after the Dumoy raid.
I have no idea about that, Mr. Chair.
So any comment on that manifestation?
We exerted effort, Mr. Chair, to look for them. Kaya lang yun nga, regional director lang ako ng Region 11 eh. And most probably, whole Philippines na yung gagalawan niya eh. So really,
To get away from you.
yes, kasama nga namin si Colonel Acherto, Mr. Chair eh. And the EDSOT is the key team for the Philippine National Police. Kaya nga sabi namin na kung may maitutulong, di sa PNP na natin. Kasi limited talagang ang tao namin sa PDEA, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, DG Villanueva. To the current PIDEA, sir, do you have any idea what happened to Alan C. after the Dumoy raid?
We do not have information regarding Alan C, sir.
So do you have information on what PIDEA Region 11 did to look for Alan C. after the Dumoy raid? Walang mga reports ba na...
As we have said, sir, we have only the spot report and we have the, again, sir, I'm standing corrected. We have the Blatter report on January
Yun lang.
of 2004 and 2005.
So that's the only file that you have as far as the Dumoy raid is concerned?
That is what we have only, sir.
Okay, how about the other agencies that were involved in that raid? Did they furnish PIDEA with a copy of their own respective reports?
Only the PNP, sir, has reported to us. Only the Region 11 PDEA reported to the national headquarters, sir.
Wala nang other agencies like yung mga sinabi ni DG Villanueva kanina na kasama nila?
No report for PDEA, sir.
No report whatsoever. Okay, so thank you, DG. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Flores. Before we continue, may we ask the two co-chairs of the Quad Committee to return to your seats. And ikaw na? Ikaw na? Ikaw na? Siya? Wala. Okay, we have another witness who actually volunteered information to this committee on the issue of the extrajudicial killings. He is Mr. Joel Sermenta. You're here, no, Mr. Sermenta. He is, or he was the former consultant of the CHR chairman Chito Gascon, no? Correct? And he he brought with him a witness, Miss Marisa Hamoy, the mother of Darwin Hamoy, a minor who was killed during the past administration's drug war, known as the Payatas Birthday Massacre. And we'd like to hear his story and see what legislation we can produce out of the story of Miss Marisa Hamoy. So before that, we'd like to acknowledge Mr. Sermenta. Mr. Sermenta, do you have an opening statement?
In a minute.
By the way, before that, since you're going to deliver a statement and appear before this committee, may we ask you to take your oath, including Miss Marisa Hamoy? Pwede po ba tayong sumumpa?